Good Tuesday, everyone. Our weather map today shows a flash flood risk continuing across portions of East Tennessee, North Georgia, portions of the Carolinas, up into the Virginias. That's thanks to this slow-moving front that keeps moving through that sparked off lots of showers and thunderstorms for us yesterday. Crossville had a record rainfall amount of just over 3 inches at the airport. Certainly puts us above normal now for the month of August. If you'll notice down in Florida, they also have a flash flood risk and a severe weather risk. That will come later tonight thanks to Hurricane Idalia. And so Idalia is now a hurricane, Cat 1, as of this morning. That will likely change as we go through the day. And that storm making a beeline for the Florida coast. Off to the east, you see Hurricane Franklin, still a major hurricane, packing winds of 130 miles per hour this morning. At least that's down from 150. Well, I think 150 is as high as it got yesterday. But that's as high as it needed to get as it stays out to sea. So an active weather day for sure. Looking at our 5-day forecast, showers and thunderstorms today. I've had to increase rain chances to 70%. Got a band of rain about to come in this morning that I'm watching on radar now. Highs in the mid to upper 70s. Wednesday, partly to mostly sunny skies, highs in the mid to upper 70s. And that's about the only effects we'll get off Idalia is just some clouds passing through, because we're now entering an extended period of dry weather. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, mostly sunny, highs in the upper 70s to around 80. Overnight lows around 60, so some pleasant conditions coming our way. We'll be on the backside of Idalia, which means we'll have a northerly breeze, which means we'll have low humidity and very pleasant conditions. These are the tropical storm force winds expected from Idalia. The extent of those just kind of gives you a perspective on the path. So as you can see, coming up through the Gulf today and then making a right turn into Florida, and then moving on, kind of straddling the east coast, it looks like, before it curves even further out to sea. That other area of high winds you see out in the Atlantic, that's from Franklin. It'll brush north of Bermuda. But all eyes are on Idalia for sure. And this is Idalia on satellite this morning, perfectly round, looking really good for a Cat 1 hurricane, looking very healthy, I should say. The Florida Keys and Miami just off to your upper right there on the screen. Behind my picture is Miami. So anyway, but that storm will be strengthening as it comes to the Gulf today, running into very warm waters and very favorable atmospheric conditions. On this day in 1990, Crossville reported a severe thunderstorm with wind damage and a very rare hailstorm that injured 11 people. Hailstones were described to be at times in the shapes of bricks, which is odd. Crashing through windshields and rooftops, Farm Bureau reported $8,000 in claims totaling $18 million. I did a Facebook post on this last night, and people are sharing all kinds of stories, remembering the hailstorm of 1990. Just a phenomenal event that came through town. Trees stripped of their leaves, lots of dented vehicles, too many to even count. Storefront windows busted out. Quite an event. Speaking of quite an event, in 2005, Hurricane Katrina made landfall in southeastern Louisiana in the early morning hours of the 29th with maximum sustained winds of 125 miles per hour, making it a strong Category 3 hurricane and the third most intense landfalling hurricane in U.S. history. Katrina had been a Cat 5 out in the Gulf, but by the time she made landfall, she had dropped to a Cat 3. I have more information on that in the blog if you want to read up more on that. You folks have a wonderful Tuesday and keep looking up. For even more weather information, just keep reading along in the blog, meteorologistmark.com.